Hi everyone. Question 1 says that the system administrator has just been laid off as the new system administrator reset the root password of this server to password 123. So during the course of this study, we looked at 4 different methods of resetting the root password. So we're going to be looking at one of the methods. We're going to be looking at user method 3 in this question. And if you've gone through the course on this website, solving this question, of course, shouldn't be a problem. So what I'm going to do is to restart the server so that I can interrupt the boot process. When the server was coming up, on the first line, I just pressed the command E. It was very fast so that I can interrupt the boot process. And on this line here, on the Linux line here, at the end of the line, I'm going to add the command. So after quiet, so let's go to quiet. So I can say init equals /bin/bash, and I can press Ctrl X so that this can be rebooted. So if I press Ctrl S, it's going to be rebooted into the single user mode. So let's do that. Ctrl X. So we have our mode here. So what I can do at this point is to remount the root file system as read write, and to do that I can say mount -o remount read write /. So I can now change the root password to password 123 according to the question. So I can just say password root. So I can now say password 123. I need to put in the new password 123. So you can see that the password has been changed. It's saying all authentication tokens updated successfully. The next thing I need to do is to relabel the SLinux context, and to do that I can just say touch /auto relabel. So I can now reboot the system so that we can be able to log in with the new password. And to reboot the system, I can just say reboot, or I can do it in a stylish way and I can say exec/sbin/init, or you just say reboot, whichever one is fine. So this is going to reboot the system, and let's wait till the system comes back up. So it's going to try to relabel the all the SLinux context. This might take a while depending on the system. You can see here saying relabeling could take a very long time depending on the file. So we're going to wait for this to get finished before we can log in with the new password. So you can see that the system is coming back up. The system is back up, and I can say root, and I can say password 123. So it's trying to log us in with a new password, so we are in. Now you can see that we've been able to change the root password of this system. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next practice question. Bye for now. Hi everyone. Question 2 says that configure your host name, IP address, gateway, and DNS. Host name should be host1.zone.example.com. IP address should be this, gateway should be this, DNS server and name server should be this, DNS search should be this. So this question is based on the network configuration and management in the RHCSA 8 course on this website. If you've gone through the course, solving this wouldn't be a problem. And this is the link to the course. This is the link to network management. These are the links that are associated with these exam practice questions. So I'm going to encourage you to check the website and click on this link if you don't really have an understanding about what network is, right? So let's solve this question. There are different methods there are four methods to which you can set network in red at 9. So the method one is, we're not going to be using method one because we don't have network script in red at 9 any longer. It's been deprecated. So you can either use method 2, which is the NMCLI utility, or the NMTUI utility, or the GUI utility. But in the exam, I'm going to advise you to use either the NMCLI utility or the NMTUI utility. So let's solve this using the NMCLI utility. So the first thing we're going to do is to verify the NICs on the system. And to do that, I can just say IP/A. You can see that I have one NIC which is ENS160. So I'm going to be setting the IP on this NIC. And to use the NMCLI utility, I would also advise that you use the command NMCLI connection show to see the connections that you're currently using. And also you can see that the connection name is ENS160 on the device ENX160. And you can see that it's green, which means it's an active connection. So the next thing I'm going to do is to configure the network by using the NMCLI utility. And to do that, I can say NMCLI connection modification ENS160 IPv4 dot addresses. Then the IP address is 192.168.137.137 according to the question /24. And the gateway is IPv, so I can say IPv4 dot gateway. The gateway is 192.168.37.2 according to the question. And the DNS is, so it's going to be IPv4.DNS 192.168.37.2 as well. And the DNS search is, as I can say, IPv4 again, IPv4.DNS search. So the DNS search is zone.example.com IP, then IPv4, because this is a manual, meaning this is non-DHCP, so we need to put the method which is the non-DHCP method, because of course we're not using a DHCP server, so this is going to be manual. And if you have a question where you're not being given the DNS search, then you don't need to put this DNS search here. But if you're being given a DNS search, then you will have to put it here. So you can confirm again, because in the exam you would want to be very sure of what you're typing. So now I can press enter, and the next thing I'm going to do is to restart the network manager and the NIC. So I can say system ctl restart network manager. So if I say IP-A, let's see if you have the IP now. 192.168, so it has not changed. So meaning that I'm going to have to restart the NIC, because the IP should be 192.168.37.137, and I still have 129 here. So I need to restart the NIC, and that's what you'd have to do sometimes. So I can just say NMCLI connection down. The NIC is ENS160. So I can say NMCLI connection up ENS160. So if I do IPA, you can see that we have the IPA now. It has changed. So we have the right IP, and if I check the, so let's check the gateway. So you can see that we have the gateway. Let's clear our screen, and now we need to set the new host name. So I can say host name CTR set host name. Set host name. So we are told to set the host name as host1.zone.example.com. So I can verify the new host name, and to do that I can just say host name. So you can see the new host name. If I open another terminal, it should give me the new host name. So let me open another window. So you can see here that this is the new host name, right? So here we might, what's the next question? Okay, I think that's all. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next practice questions. Bye for now.